I'm going to put this to the entire panel because I think it's a nice one. She says, I would particularly like to hear about the surprise successes during the pandemic, because it's not all been doom and gloom. I do think that there have been elements of silver lining. I might start with you on that one, Paul. So what would you say were some of the surprise successes?
Surprise success, I think I mentioned it earlier on, touched on it earlier on, the Club Lotto and the growth of that as a fundraiser for clubs was enormous. On average, prior to the pandemic, I think the peak we would have reached was 8,000 lottery tickets across the clubs per month. And that acceleration that I mentioned, the Stripe brothers, the Collison brothers at Stripe mentioned that the acceleration to online payments, it was probably over May, June, July that started to really ramp up. And when I said there was a fall off a cliff, there was a steady climb back up the cliff again in kind of mid-July, and it's just gone and taken legs. You know, it's grown and grown and grown, and it continues to grow. And suppose the real benefit in it for the clubs is that when people play the lotto through the Club Force system, it generally speaking, about 55% of them choose to auto renew their tickets. So it's this recurring revenue for the clubs that doesn't require man hours from the volunteers, you know, and we're up past, I think it's 105,000 tickets per month now. So it's like a 12-fold increase in the number of tickets that we're selling. So that's been a huge boost to Club Force, like from a business perspective in terms of cash flow that I suppose we hadn't anticipated. We were focused on other areas of the business and trying to internationalize the business and focusing on growing into the UK. And this came as a bit of a surprise, but again, it kind of it reminded us of some of the things that we were very good at, and going back over 10 years, you know, helping clubs to raise funds, vital funds, without the effort, without the trudge of going around selling tickets or with a bucket outside the supermarket and trying to get small amounts of money in. Huge effort in terms of man hours to try and do that offline, and that's definitely been a pandemic bonus for Club Force.